So basically they gave us this equation and they're asking us to break it down. Okay, so in this equation you had to know, kind of recognize the form. It's a parentheses 1 minus r raised to a variable. So if you know what the a is, that's your initial amount. And then you pull your rate out right there, that's your 0.17. And then this whole thing in parentheses together is your factor. And then this is the fraction of the value of the car that's remaining. That's what you're plugging into. So that was this. Okay. I would definitely be maybe correcting your paper and taking a look at this. Remember, we're trying to prepare for this quiz. Okay. Up here, you basically just popped it in. What I will caution you about for tomorrow, this says line of best fit, and yes, this says line of best fit, and yes, that's what we're the most used to, but there will be an exponential model on there tomorrow. So you're going to want to pay close attention to those words. Correlation coefficient was 0.99. Okay. Here we've got a correlation coefficient of 0.90, and it wanted you to explain it. 0.9 is very close to 1. So the correct answer here was C. It is strong for number 3. I mean, if you wanted to put some notes, I mean, you would write close to 1 here. Okay? All right, here it says which one of these situations is an exponential model. It would be C. The rest of these folks are nothing but adding or subtracting. This one is the one that literally you're going to be dividing by 2. Starts with 128 players, and then for the next round you would divide by 2. So that's number 4. We good? Yeah. All right. Here, you could have put this in a table and taken a look at the picture, but here the pattern is adding, so that is not exponential. Here the pattern is multiplying, and it asks which one is exponential. Multiplying is exponential. It was video 1.
So that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
This one here, basically what I did, you do not work out exponential equations in Math 1. So what we would do in this situation is we go to Desmos. I put the left side under y1. I just put the left side under y equals. I put the right side under y equals, and I found the intersection. And when you find the intersection, it is exactly 365 at year 3. So the answer was C. Basically increased by 2%. And then you just had to know that 1 plus 0.02. Right here. Answer was A. They're talking about how much it increases. That's your rate. It increases by 3%. Here's your formula for this. Compounded monthly is this formula here. Notice we divided by monthly is 12 and multiplied by 12 times time. The correct answer was B. This one was kind of tough. You were comparing two things, so the first thing that you had to realize was town A is linear. It increases by 100 people, so that's 100x. And the starting population was 5,000. But when you read about town B, that was exponential. It starts at 600 and doubles. So what I did, so I can show you another method, I just put both of them in the calculator under y equals, and I went to the table and it said, when does town B exceed town A? And you can see right here, that's the time that it exceeds it. 4 years. Here it talks about a perpendicular line, so the first thing we want to do is find the slope. If I want the perpendicular slope, I flip it and change the sign, so I'm looking for a slope of 5/2. So that leads me to either this one or this one. And then instead of using numbers for the ordered pairs, all they did was use letters. So the y part goes with the b, so it should be y minus b. The a part goes with the x, so it should be x minus a. So the correct answer there was D. Here, the first hour is leading you to a sequence, so we should be looking for that -1 on our power. The correct answer was B. It says triples as well, that's exponential, so that would knock out like letter C. And last but not least, it says that it increased at a rate of 0.012 meters per minute, and it started at 28, so this would be your rate. So the correct answer was B. Anybody want me to talk about one? Anybody want me to discuss one of these further? Okay. Folks, you've still got 20 minutes, so we're not going to get up and start heading to the door. If I could, I want each team to grab their charts, and if you'll put your charts over here, it'd be great. I just don't want them up for the next class. And then you can grab your phones, but we're going to come back to our seats, okay? Well, there's all kinds of wipes and wet wipes and everything. Oh.